They have been out in the car for 20 minutes. 20 minutes. While they wait for somebody else, or they're talking to a supervisor. I'm posting all of this. So they're lying to me about why they're here. They're lying about everything. And they're retaliating against me because I spoke up. Because I'm not okay with what's going on. And my mom is lying. Anybody in this situation probably wouldn't feel safe. I do not feel safe. I don't feel comfortable. I'm not being told. This person has tinted windows. And hi.
Sorry, I didn't know you were out there. So my coworker Shay is over there with my supervisor in that car.
Why are they? I don't feel comfortable with the situation at all.
What don't you feel comfortable with? Let me.
I don't feel like you guys are telling me everything, and like I haven't done anything to elicit this kind of behavior.
Okay.
I said I didn't want my mom as a third party.
And then, so I guess she had just concerns of like your mental health. Like you said, you were willing to go see a psychiatrist, right?
Yes.
Okay. And do you have a psychiatrist?
Yes.
Or we need to find one for you. Okay. You say you have one.
Yes.
Okay. Let me see. Let's see. Actually, can we go back in the house? So you said that we could talk to your aunt for a third party.
Yeah.
Does she live in this area, or where does she live?
She lives in Cottonwood Heights.
Oh, okay. So are we able to go back and talk in your house and we'll get Shay, her supervisor?
Yeah.
Okay. She wants to go back in the house and talk.
Well, I mean, we can talk right here. I'm just trying to kind of like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she'll go park and then we'll go back inside. And we won't talk to you don't want to talk to your mom, right?
Well, no, you can talk to her. I'm just saying, putting my mom in a position where she is in charge of me is not a good situation.
Okay.
You know, it's like I live with her.
Yeah.
And there just kind of needs to be like separation of boundaries a little bit.
Okay. Yeah.
My aunt, I'm close to her. I've known her my whole life. But she's not like she's neutral. Right. If you understand what I mean.
I do understand what you mean. She's like a mediator. She's not taking one side over the other.
Yeah. Can I go grab my purse really quick?
Yeah. Okay. Is your mom here still?
I think.
Okay. You know what?
All the time in the world. Bullshit. They cannot investigate a missing kid.
Yeah.
No, I just said it's not a healthy situation because we live together. It puts you
So
and
need
me.
to go somewhere
You know how
else.
you say like we need separation?
I know, I get that.
And you've been doing the walking away when it gets shut. I really want you to listen and, start owning the things that might be wrong in your head. That's all. Do you want me to go?
No, we would like you to
But
stay.
Mom doesn't want
We-
her.
keep my mouth shut.
But Miss Shannon, we need your mom as a support.
Well, can I have my aunt as the third party? Why does it have to be my mom?
So it's something different now, right? We're doing like a safety plan.
Yeah, so like this is just for now, so that we don't have to
Get court involvement.
get court involvement or like take Aaliyah out of the home, and I don't want to do that, so I'm trying to like help you.
Why would you need to take her out of the home?
Okay, that's
I said I'm worried about human trafficking. And so that's being weaponized against me to silence me.
It's not. No, not at all. No, like everything that you say, like if you, like everything that you're giving me, like I will give to the detective. Is there an open case that you have? Like, do you have a law enforcement case that you made all this reports to that you think that these things
Yes,
are
I
happening?
have gone into several different police departments. I've said I'm being separated from my kids. I brought in the court paperwork. I said this is our custody agreement. I have custody of them. Why, my ex-husband isn't allowing them to even speak to me on the phone.
Yeah.
Something needs to change, and they would not intervene. They're like, it's civil, and I'm like, okay. Well, at one point, I called them because they were getting taken out of state,
Yeah.
and I didn't find that out until I think after they left. And so I called police. I said, this is now an FBI case because they have been taken across state lines without even notifying me.
Yeah. But you still have, but our concern, like for right now, like I know you have a lot of that other stuff going on, and so like if it is, and as we continue, we'll help you on those things too. But for right now, I see Aaliyah healthy and clean, and she's cute as a
Put a
button.
jacket on her
You have
when
a
you went
jacket on her when
outside.
you went outside.
So you're caring for her
physically
needs.
able to care for her needs, and that's our primary concern, and nothing else right at this moment. Not to say that everything that you have, what you're thinking and stuff is not validated. I'm not invalidating what you're saying. I'm saying for Miss Aaliyah, she's clean and fine, and your mom is very supportive of helping you with that. That's what, but
Yeah. I'm just wiping off her face.
no, you're good. So, Miss Shannon, what I need is like just for like here, like this is a written safety plan with DCFS. Are you willing to like?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean a safety plan.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what we're talking. Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about a safety plan. I have no problem, having a safety plan in place. It's fine.
And if you think that there's things that we can support, like just like a DNA test, if that's go lighter on the line, something that you need, like things like that. But for right now, me and Em can see Miss Aaliyah, and she looks clean and cute and healthy, and you
kept wanting to go to your mom when you put you
but
down.
you need your mom to be a support for you too in this safety plan. Is that okay? Like, are you willing to?
Well, yeah. I mean, it just depends on what. Like the thing is, I was
you
saying healthy boundaries in between like my care and my personal like health care and stuff like that. Me and my mom, I don't want it to turn into a situation where we're codependent and we're living together and it's just too enmeshed, That's all I was saying.
No, and I understand that, but I still think she's a big support for you. And aside us like this happening, like everything probably was fine, right? For a second, like you guys were okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm stressed about my daughters. I'm just gonna be honest. But aside from that, yeah, everyth's good. But I'm stressed.
Okay, so those are things that we can talk about, and we can talk to Detective Sullivan about it later. Okay, so but for tonight, so we can get out of your hair and not cause any more stress. Like we just need to do a safety plan for Aaliyah. Okay, and that just means that. Like you're gonna stay here tonight,
and you agree to go to a psychiatrist.
Like you're gonna agree to talk to your psych about or your mental health provider about some of your things that you're thinking about the stuff that happened at the hospital, the stuff everything that you're saying to us that you need to be able to tell them too.
Well, I just want to know what this gives my mom permission.
It doesn't give your mom permission anything. All it does is say that she's a support for you. That's it. Basically stating that if you need support, your mom is here for you. That's all this is. That's it. That is all the safety plan does. That's it.
Like she provides the house. This is
Yeah,
grandma's
like
house,
you
right?
live here. Like if you're stressed out or like you need a rest, like mom, like your mom, like helps. Does your mom help you with Aaliyah?
Yeah, I
Okay.
actually don't
When she
really
lets
leave
me,
Aaliyah
yeah.
anywhere, like if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I bring her with me everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I've never actually tended while Shannon left.
Yeah.
Because she doesn't want, she likes to have her
To
with
have
her.
her with her all the time.
Well, I mean, not. It's just with Ariana. What happened with Ariana is so traumatizing for me because the one time I. Yeah. The one time I let the gaslighting get to me, and I'm like, okay, my exes can probably protect my kids better than me in this situation. Never saw her again. 2 years. 2 years later.
So interesting.
And the court, like the thing is I have all the, like I've gone to the Matheson courthouse. I have all the. Sorry, I wasn't like pointing at you. I have all the, like he filed on me like over and
What did
over.
he file?
Like first he filed a custody suit while I was pregnant. Okay, I hadn't even had her yet, and I'm like, we're not married, so you have no claim to her yet. You can't legally file, but he
He
did.
came to the
And they
hospital
agreed to it?
and was gonna take her
I
away.
didn't agree.
The hospital wouldn't let
I
him.
didn't agree, but I didn't have a choice. Like, what am I supposed to do? If I don't show up to court, then I get in trouble. So I went to court. You know, I got a lawyer. He threatened to take her from the hospital and said that he wanted to have me visit her once a week as a brand new baby.
There was no basis for
There
this
really wasn't a
whatsoever.
basis, not anything that he could tell me directly, aside from in his lawsuit, just basically saying, you know, bullshit. And he ended up, like, we ended up agreeing to, by the time she was 1, having 50-50. I think personally that's kind of soon. I wasn't really comfortable, like, with my 5-week-old having to go overnight with him.
Overnight, when she's nursing him.
I was still nursing
It was
her,
weird.
like, it was really
He's
weird.
Focus on him, Shannon. He's
Yeah, I'm surprised DCFS didn't get involved then.
with him. He's
Well,
really crafty
supposedly
with.
they did, but
Yeah,
they wouldn't
he's
tell
so-
me anything.
Oh, that's the one you were talking about in 2021?
In 2021.
Huh.
No, sorry,
Nathaniel
2022.
Darden. He's got
Oh.
issues and he's
Okay,
had other
so-
women say stuff against
As of
him.
right now, so the safety plan, we got some things that, like, you said you were willing to go see a psychiatrist just to make sure, like, your medications are right, or, like, are you on medications? I'm not
Yeah,
sure if you
and
are.
like I actually do see a psychiatrist.
Good job. I have a
Yeah.
psychiatrist too. There's nothing wrong with having a
Do you know
psychiatrist.
Lone Peak Psychiatry?
Yes. Who do you see there?
Landon.
Oh, I don't know Landon. So, but do you talk to Landon about these, like your concerns and all this stuff that's going
Well,
on?
I have to see him every 3 months.
Okay.
And,
Oh, good.
like
Can you
in terms
call
of
him?
my daughter, I'm pretty sure I did say like I'm actually kind of worried because I haven't seen my 3-year-old in 2 years, and then you know all this stuff is going on. And like I've talked to him a little bit, and we discussed getting on an antidepressant.
Okay. Okay.
So that's
So one more thing. Instead of, I know you want to call law enforcement, but like, why so often? Why like 6 times? Like why do you call them? Like I just want to know like.
because I don't know what's actually a real threat. I'm getting all these messages about.
Okay.
They don't tell me exactly what's going on. They'll just tell me
So it's like things that.
a baby got left. You know, your baby got left in a pack and play. It could, and then I have to figure out where.
Okay.
And I'm like,
It was on the news.
no, somebody sent me a message, and then that.
Okay, so safety plan would be if you feel like there's something, maybe you can go talk to your mom before you call the police. Like instead of them being worried about you, so they stop giving us a call. Is that okay? Like,
Did they? I just have to ask. If I say that there might be a deceased victim in a house, did they even check it out?
They
Our
should.
house?
Did-
100% they
Did they
do.
give you a case number?
and
No.
they
Oh, yeah,
do
they should.
because they have. I mean, I literally have had
They
them.
don't tell me anything. They don't give me a case number. If
When
they
you
do,
call back.
it's like a bogus case number. Like it'll be like J14, and I'm like, that is not a case number, dude.
I think it's like 5 letters after.
They tell me that their name is Officer Laycock. I know that's not a real police.
No.
What?
it's not.
What the hell is going on to where I'm not, like, so the thing that I'm worried about is when I call police, I don't think I'm actually getting connected to, law
You are,
enforcement.
because I have the police. I'll be able to pull all those.
Like, what do they
police
say? I
reports.
say it just doesn't match what you're saying.
It says that the last time you called, and they won't give it all to me in this small report, but when I go to the office, I'll be able to get it all. It just says that the last time you called, you made a report stating that you believe Leah was switched at birth, and that you
That's not what I
believe
said.
a real child is being sex trafficked.
That is not what I said. So that is bullshit. What I said was what I said to you, and I actually have it on recording, thank God. I said, I have some concerns. There's a baby using my daughter's identity. When I went to the ER when she was about 8 weeks old, not at the hospital, okay? It was when she was a little bit older. I went to the hospital, and there were suspicious circumstances. One of them being, they thought my husband's name was Dylan, and he was the medical guarantor. They've been sending all of her insurance claims to this guy that I don't even know because he went to the hospital with a baby with all of her information. So that right there is like the golden ticket to, yes, there is another baby. And I can prove it. Why would they be doing that unless it's sex trafficking or trafficking? I didn't say sex trafficking. I just said, why would you hide a baby?
Yeah. So are you gonna stay here tonight? Will you?
Well, yeah, I live here.
Okay.
Okay,
Is that, Mom? Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. Like that's at least the first step. We know that everything's gonna be okay tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm just concerned that there is some sort of like intersection where I don't think I'm getting through to police. And I think that maybe somebody else is calling, but that's not what I said to them.
Okay.
And I'm concerned that maybe they're not getting the information that they need to get. Like, there's a house I needed them to look at to make sure there wasn't a kid in there.
Yeah.
Why, my concern is they're not actually getting the correct information. And then the person that's calling is maybe trying to make me look crazy. Because I actually have had somebody use my identity. They got disability. They got loans. You've had this happen. He used my food stamp card to go to Whole Foods, like a couple
Someone's
places
gotten
they
her
can go.
identity.
Yeah, it happened to me. So it
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
So
And
I definitely believe you on that one too.
And you have said that Lily
But
was
they've
being
used-
sex trafficked or something. You posted that.
I believe that my daughter Lily
It's not.
was.
Yeah.
You can't. It's not true.
Yeah, I've had concerns with my daughter Lily. The one being, like that. I didn't say the word sex trafficking. I said something about my kids. He's not following the custody agreement. What am
So
I
I would go
supposed
back
to
to
do?
court. Do you have like a lawyer? I go back to court.
I did not.
That's
Oh, you
another
did?
thing.
Yeah, I can't afford a lawyer, but I'm just kind of my own lawyer.
Yeah.
When we have legal aid, we might be able to help you with like someone that can help.
Well,
you.
apparently
Right?
you can't. Nathaniel took care of that by going to legal aid or whatever
went
it is,
to
and
legal
so
aid.
she can't.
Yeah.
And he got money. It's like, what to do about that?
Okay, so
It's, the whole
part of the
concern
safety
is
plan-
Ariana. But
yeah.
that's,
So part of the safety
She
plan
wants
is
to-
that mom will like continue to live here if you have everything here, right?
as
Mom?
long as she,
Yeah,
okay.
I have my
But I
room,
want
so
her
we
to-
have a room. She has a pack and play.
Oh,
But
perfect.
you are gonna talk to your.
you
Okay.
have to tell them about your, not just, you have to tell them all the stuff you believe.
Yeah.
And you're not telling these ladies all the
It's
stuff.
true though.
No,
My kids are not with me. Do you guys see?
that's
four
true, but they're
children
not
there?
missing. You can't put
They're not
posters
with me, and
everywhere.
I'm supposed
You
to
can't.
have them. I have it.
So yeah, and you said you already filed for something to go back to court for that.
Yeah.
So that's definitely like if you haven't had your parental rights terminated, then you definitely should be able to go back to court and say, I'm not getting my visit. We need to reevaluate this visitation list and get it to work. So I can have visit my kids. They have to be supervised or how does it
You do
work?
see your kids, Lily.
Well, I
Yes.
see them like maybe once every, like on average, I've seen them maybe a dozen times in the last 3
Well,
years.
we've
Mom.
been
That's not
having
exaggeration.
Mary Ellen.
Okay,
So I'm just gonna put here that you're free to talk to your mental health provider at Old Peak about your thoughts about your children, like things that are going on with your kids.
So that sounds like I have thoughts about them.
But
Like,
you do.
no, not like that. I'm worried they're missing. Maybe you can kind of clarify what you mean.
Okay.
She's worried our kids are missing. That sounds like I'm a pedophile.
Lily and
No,
Lucas
no,
are
no,
missing.
no,
Yeah, I
no,
got
No,
you. Yeah.
that's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Thoughts about
That's
the
good. That's good that you're saying that.
missing.
missing. Okay.
Thank you.
Anything else that I can add in here, like about the kids? Thoughts
Um,
about your children missing? Like, what else would you like
she's
to know?
concerned that this is a human trafficking situation because with my 3-year-old, I've actually been told. And as a parent, if you're not physically with your kids and then you have weird people that you don't know, how do they know where I am? First off.
Yeah.
either messaging me or approaching me and saying that, just little
That's
tidbits of
odd.
information. It's
Right.
really scary.
For sure,
And
yeah.
I don't know what to do because they don't tell me enough for me to I'm just kind of like,
Okay, so I put here that you're concerned that your 3-year-old is sex trafficked, so those are some things that you're gonna talk to your
well, and
mental
that
health.
she's missing.
I put
You have to
that.
put that in
I
there.
put that there too. And then I'll just put here that you agree to stay with mom.
Well,
Well, I also
follow
am worried about my-
recommendations.
Okay.
I'm just worried about all my kids. I'll just be
You know what I
honest.
mean?
I'm not. Well,
So we're just adding
Please,
to
I
follow
don't-
recommendations of what the psychiatrist says. Which it sounds like you already do. You're already on medication for stuff, right?
Well, I just thought of an antidepressant just because I'm sad about
Yeah,
not
for
being
sure.
with
You don't know. Yeah, that's perfectly normal.
So Shannon, when do you see Landon again? Can you call and make an appointment tomorrow?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's,
she
it's
walked.
an actual office. Like they have therapy, psychiatry. He's just a well, not just, but he's like a psychiatrist, like a head psychiatrist, and then there's therapists. I think they do like hypnosis or something, but
How old is she? Did you say?
she's one.
She's already
Fun
like
and
walking
jolly.
and standing
Yes.
up on her
Okay.
own.
And then we're just gonna put that that you
That's
agree to stay with
awesome.
mom. Yeah. You can stay here.
Yeah,
And then if you do decide to leave, then you'll go to a shelter. You're not just gonna be on the streets or whatever.
yeah. I would go to the road home family shelter, which I don't know how that is legal with how they have people packed in there.
Yeah. I agree. And they're supposed to help you get housing.
They are supposed to. They do not help.
No, it's
They
a
should have
housing.
assigned a caseworker.
Huh?
Should have been assigned a caseworker there.
I had like 3 caseworkers, so they were all male and they were all gay.
Oh
So
boy.
then, those
They
are
were
guys that are
really
really
nice, like,
good.
was it Jojo? Yes, Jojo.
Oh, I know Jojo.
Is he the tall, blue eyes, blonde hair, gay kid, like really nice?
He probably
Not Riley. There's another. I have their cards in my wallet. Do you need a reference for my caseworkers at the road home? I'm not there anymore, but if you do, I have.
No, I don't. I just, and then, is there anything else that you think we should put on here? Just that she's staying here and she's
You're
just
following your methadone treatment, right?
Yeah, she's already doing that.
Yeah,
I go
then-
every day.
Okay, perfect. Then we would just say that we're gonna make sure that you're following the safety plan. And if like the safety plan doesn't work, we would have a plan B, possibly lead court involvement.
I want to say, what about, yes, she can stay here, but it is an issue with me when there's the stress of dealing with some of these, where it comes up all the time, and someone isn't wanting to, doesn't look at it the right way, and it ends up being really detrimental to me.
Stressful for you.
I
Well,
can't.
that's why I was thinking, like, I don't think it's a good idea for her to be
If you're living at my house,
enmeshed in all this. Like,
I'm not-
obviously I live here, but
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
not
have her
bad.
here unless she starts really dealing with the mental health thing.
So we're
And
gonna
I'm not
put that
talking
in.
about talking to a shrink about being sad. I'm talking about you're not bringing up everything, and you get all puzzled and you don't remember. I promise you, there are things that I can't deal with.
so what?
I can't. I'm not going to sit and try to find reasons. They're just. I have my own issues. My husband just passed away. I had to leave. I mean, we're going to have a stroke.
That's why I just
The
don't
only,
wanna
the reason
stress
I let her live, well, you can't be calling police over all your kids, posting things, telling me about DNA, and you're not saying it, and then asking me why wouldn't I be concerned about your kids? And putting it back in my face and getting intense about it. You need to listen. I have told you stuff that is true. I'm on your side. I love the kids too, but sometimes and this lady, what is your name?
But it's Shay.
Shay.
Yeah, Shay.
First thing said, you're being too, what did you,
Just like,
please say it again, because I can't remember. what-
Television,
yeah,
maybe?
kind of just
So-
like focused on,
Hyper-focus?
like hyper-focused on like your, like these thoughts.
Dark
Yeah.
things and.
I mean, and I don't know what's the truth or not. Like,
Well, I mean, like when you're a parent, like, can you imagine being away from your
I
kids?
totally could not
awful.
imagine that. Like,
I
what
can't.
type of-
Right now, like
Just
focus
like-
on this one.
Yeah.
And then go to court. You said you filed something in court. So We're worried more about this one now because she's in your care.
Yes.
She keeps sleeping.
I know, she's like,
She's like quick.
What is
she's
she
a
having
run,
enough?
oh gosh.
She having enough?
So yeah, we want to
Nothing.
make sure you're focused on her right
Oh,
now
did she
and
have
her
some cereal?
only, and then we can look into see if we can help you with legal aid or whatever about getting your other kids. But right now, we just want her to make sure that she's safe.
Well,
Yeah, so
listen
focus
to me,
on-
when you get all intense with Willie and Lucas, please stop saying they're missing, because they're not missing. And you cannot say that, because you get Jack upset, and then if you would just relax on them, you've seen, please don't. That's the thing with getting too hyper-focused, and they get uncomfortable, because that's all you wanna talk about. Just,
I just get the feeling that you're painting the picture of a completely different situation
I'm
than
not.
we're actually talking about.
I'm not.
It just seems unusual that my kids might be missing and this is
They're
the
not
response.
missing. What is missing?
Let's
Define
hurry
missing.
on.
Okay, let's just
I
focus
have-
on
we
this
know
kid
that.
right now.
Well,
Hurry on,
okay, I'm
it's
sorry, I have
not
a 3-year-old that I haven't seen in
Then
3
let's
years.
focus on her.
And maybe
She's not Lily and Lucas. She's not Lily and Lucas.
Well,
Lily and
it
Lucas
just
are fine.
kind of all happened at the same time.
It doesn't matter.
So it's, and
So
they're
right
also
now
like,
we're gonna focus on Aaliyah, right?
okay, yes.
But
And
if you
then
start
we'll
doing-
look into like going to court for your other kids.
I need to
right?
know what I can do.
Oh,
if she
I've
doesn't
got
stop.
that. Like,
'Cause it
oh,
got so bad. that-
I've already gone
the
to
other
We
house.
can also like reach out to make sure that they're
So
following
we have
through
it.
like your court orders. and
Accusing
stuff.
Oh, really?
rolling in the
Do
street
you have a
and
lawyer right
everything.
now? Have you gone to legal aid? Like who have you
I've
talked
gone
to?
to legal aid. I
Or
don't
how
have
to
to
get
turn
her
down
down.
money. Or attorney, but I've actually gone in
Just
Would you-
by myself and
Yeah.
several times, but
Where
if you
Does he
could,
have an attorney?
no, but if you guys could go do a welfare check on Jack, I would really
Where does he
appreciate
live?
it. He lives in Bluffdale.
We actually that you might be able to Bluffdale. You might be able to call in like a DCFS report and say, or
I need to
sorry,
know what
a report to the police and say, I'm worried about this child. Can you please just do a welfare check? And then
I've already done that.
they haven't done anything.
They said that they declined to open a DCFS case. It didn't matter
But
what.
why?
for sure.
And you're saying that you're afraid that your child's in danger, right? And so
Yeah.
they're
You
saying
see
they're
why
not
I'm frustrated?
Yeah,
You see what I'm like? This is like, I'm not trying to be intense on you, but it's just like, I appreciate that you're doing your job right now.
You
This
guys
is your
have-
job.
Right.
But
But it's a police's job that they can also, because we can't do welfare checks.
it needs to be like equal, you know, if I'm saying that my kid, he's not following the court orders.
Then I would, that's something that you do with court. And he doesn't have an attorney, you don't have an attorney, right? Because we don't have anything to do with justice orders, that's the bad thing. But the cops, and you can also say to the cops, look, I'm afraid that my daughter is not safe in that home, please do a welfare check. We have welfare checks all the time. And if they have concerns, then they call
I
us.
want to record their response to me, because I get the feeling
You
I'm
should.
not talking to police. Because it just
Where do
doesn't
you find
match
your
their
phone number
narrative.
from? Like, are you-
I just call 911.
Oh, do you? That's.
Just
that's
call
what you-
911. Like,
Then
you
you
know,
just ask them like, Sandy,
well, let's just say, hey, 911, what's your emergency? I have concerns about my children. What's the address? I give you the address. What are your concerns? Well, he's not following the court order. Well, you know, Christmas. He's not allowing me to see them on Christmas.
Yeah, I would just say a
I
welfare
don't
check.
have
And
any
leave it
cards.
at that. Say, I need a welfare check done. Like Google Bluffdale, I'll Google Bluffdale police for you right now and say, this is my concern. I need you to do a welfare check.
Oh, you do?
All you gotta do is a welfare
you
check.
grab it?
Yeah,
Okay, I'm
we
sorry.
can't push ourselves into people's houses.
Yeah.
Cops have a better ability to do that.
Yeah.
So if he lives in Bluffdale, let's see.
Oh gosh, and that'll hit the fan.
But I don't, like, the
Sure
thing
now.
is, I feel like this isn't, I'm just frustrated because when Nathaniel had DCFS called on him, I was not allowed to even know who the caseworker was.
So
That's he's a dirt
If
bag.
you're reporting a
We need to focus on
non-emergency
him.
crime that's
Leave
already
Jack
occurred,
out of it.
you would call
Lily
that
and Lucas
number
are fine.
Bluffdale.
If they weren't,
But
I
that's
would
not
be the
911,
first
it's
to-
just.
No, I got the
This is
8409000.
Okay. Oh.
Am I right? Sure.
Yeah,
Of course.
You know, you're a really good walker.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was
not
just
really
surprised,
sure,
you're like,
you know.
you're old and you're already just running around the place. That's crazy.
Yeah, for sure.
I would call that and say, I need a welfare check. Cops can't deny that.
I'm gonna record, they'll say that,
I
they
would
accuse
report
me
it.
of trying to stop us.
I would report it. And say,
Yeah.
yeah, I report everything. And actually, I like everything in text.
And there has to be.
And you have that paper trail.
I don't wanna do like overly helicopter.
I'm gonna breastfeed her
And
really
then they
quick.
don't see it.
No, yeah, go ahead. Okay.
So that I
It's frustrating.
I don't know if she
Just
wants
need-
to sign it, she might
yeah.
not want
I
to.
guess I want it to be
What do you
that
put,
she
planting?
does allow me to say stuff.
Oh,
Shannon,
No, I
If
no,
this is
it's
all
not that I don't want.
you
to
said you're
do-
not comfortable with me being, like, you can't be that way.
No,
You
but
can't.
like you're saying that you're gonna have a stroke. You don't want me to talk
Oh,
about like
Whatever. I don't. I don't want you to keep saying weird stuff, paranoid stuff that isn't true and couldn't possibly be. Just, I know you don't. It doesn't get through it, so.
So Miss Shannon, I just put here that you agree to stay with your mom, and if you leave, you'll go back to the shelter, that you're not just gonna be on the streets.
Yeah, I would never put her on the street.
Okay, and then you're just gonna agree to follow the safety plan and stay focused on providing care for Aaliyah.
Yes.
Okay.
Now, if it were to happen, like where I had to go to a shelter and the road home was full, and I had to go to like the Ogden shelter or the, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That would be, you know,
Just
a
let me know
situation
where
I
you
would
go.
let you know.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna leave.
like, so I have an open case now.
Yeah.
How long is it gonna be open?
It
Well,
just
that's a good
depends.
thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
so
That
like,
means
and this
they're
is good,
looking
this
into
is
stuff.
services, like, we're gonna help you, like, get on housing and do things like that. So, if you need to just call Landon and try to talk to him about some of these things with your kids, that way you're not like, you have someone else to talk to about it, and it's not just being like stuck with you, and you know what I mean? And then maybe if there's like things that you need to report or things like that, like you have a certain police case number, just one specifically that you can go down and talk to and not call different departments like Cottonwood.
I just gave her the Buckdale non-emergency number.
Okay.
She can call them and find out if they can do a well check.
And then I don't have any cards left, Shannon, but I'll leave my number here for you, and then I'll send you a text message of my card, because I have your email address. I talked to you a long time ago when you were at Lone Peak.
Oh,
Baby.
yeah.
Is Shannon's number 385? Is that your number? 253-9173?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just need you to sign,
And this is
and
everything.
you don't have to if you don't want to.
We'll read
you don't-
through it.
Yeah, it's everything I read out loud to you. But if you don't want to sign it, you don't have
If
to.
you want to think about it and then text her a picture
Well,
of
what?
you signing it.
What exactly is this agreeing to? Just to
You're
see?
agreeing to see your psychiatrist. You're agreeing that you'll stay here with your mom. And then, let's see what else to say on here. And then you'll agree, she's going to do a family action meeting, which can talk about all the supports you have in place. And then you'll agree to like do possibly in-home services.
What's in-home?
Just someone will come to your house and like offer you help with like psychiatric stuff. They'll help you with
Get on
like
housing.
housing, like Section 8. It's the stuff that they can help you with that we can't.
Okay.
So she's gonna submit the referral for the family action meeting, which can do a virtual link. And it's just anybody to support you. You said your aunt's support to you.
Yes.
Talking about Jennifer.
No,
Yeah.
Cheryl.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
Jennifer's a therapist. My aunt.
Your probation officer?
Yeah, probation
Landon,
officer is a good one.
Like, if you want,
I'm
whoever you want.
I guess I'm gonna have to tell my probation officer that
It doesn't.
she might,
But
that might put me in trouble. with
You're not
probation.
having to get in trouble. You're still
Can you please
doing what
make
you're
sure
supposed
You
her
didn't
in
do
real life
anything,
that, like,
Shannon.
committed
No,
crime.
you're not in trouble.
No.
It shows that
not in
you're
trouble.
caring about
Yeah,
getting
this is-
things done,
Exactly.
moving forward
You're
and
moving-
getting
exactly.
help that
Yes.
you might need. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not, but you kind of need to own some of the stuff that you can say, that you focus on it. It's
just
not
trying to
good for
say,
you.
Ongoing.
I know.
That's not good for your
Right here,
kids.
this paragraph
Mama,
threads
listen
will
to
match
me.
a
Mom, I'm
model
worried
safety plan
about them
and
because
agree
I'm
to-
not
You keep going back to that. I know, you're not with them, but you don't wanna do the thing that would help you be with them.
Which is
All this stuff that,
go to
the
psychiatry.
psychiatric stuff where knowing what matters and what is really the issue, you're bundling them together with Ariana. It's a completely separate thing, not believing me, and Lillian, Lucas, or something. I mean, if you wanna be with him, you've got to quit
I don't know if she's
thinking there's trafficking and all this stuff going on. And if you're gonna say you never
Okay, so
said-
did you hear about the case of a
Okay,
baby?
you know what? No, so how
Shannon,
about you sign it?
that's not
you gotta
anything to
sign
do
it,
with you
Your phone number and
or
then
your
we'll have,
kids.
grandma's gonna sign
Stop
it, mom's
reading.
gonna sign
I would say, here's another thing, she can't go on social media, period.
it. Oh, social media's bad.
Oh my god. 'Cause
find
it-
so much stuff out
I know.
on social media, and I start believing it, and see
Yeah,
that,
because they'll send you more stuff about the thing you looked
They'll
up.
send,
or
they
asked.
send me spam all the time too. It's not just you.
Oh,
You just
Or
gotta get away
even
from it.
real stuff that it's
Here,
all
will
focused
you
on
sign
what you.
Put your.
Because you looked up one thing, they keep sending other, or even if it hears you.
Oh, that's a
talking.
cute picture of her.
Oh
Oh my
my
goodness.
God.
Looks way cute.
Shannon's a
It's
photo
almost
now.
Easter.
Okay,
Wow.
Look
Oh
how
my
much she
goodness.
has grown. Let me show you.
She's the petite
Oh, how
baby.
cute.
She's
You
just-
have all these pictures. Oh, wow.
I
You
don't
are
really-
so
Okay,
cute.
where am I signing down below
This
hers?
is cute.
This is
Oh,
my
your hands are
3-year-old,
bent now,
and
huh?
she's missing. And
Okay.
I would like information on how to.
Where do I sign?
I,
Under hers.
she has
Yeah,
custody of her. Here's the thing: is the police did a welfare check on her,
They did.
and no, they did. But he called me back and he says, "Okay, she's good." I go,
What does that mean?
"Well, so can you kind of like emphasize? Like, what do you mean by that? She's good. Who's good? Your daughter's good.
Are you sure?
What does she look
Yeah,
like? I go,
they
can you give me a description of who you even saw?
All
right.
Medium
It is a
brown
jerk
hair.
bag. That's all
I
it
don't
is.
really need to give you a description.
Oh,
So
Like,
this is, you wanna sign it and then put your phone number, or if you don't wanna sign, we can take a picture of it, and then we can send you it, and then you can say if you agree or not agree, and we put that you verbally agree to it.
Well, you signed
do
it.
you
Oh,
think
no.
that she looks any different here
Oh,
from here?
There
I'm
you
just
go
wondering if the
again.
other baby with it looks like her, or if she is
Hi.
a completely different child, and why
Oh,
so many
it's
people
cute.
would go along with it. Like,
Nobody's
why,
going. Nobody. These are invented.
like, don't you have to
people.
show your ID at certain places? Like, why would they allow her to go see medical providers? Like, wouldn't they know? Like, oh, that's not Aaliyah. We've seen her before. You know, like how?
Well, that's
Because I went
just
to the ER a lot last year when she got RSV,
okay, but
and I was just kind of surprised. Like, nobody noticed that. Like, thought it was weird that I wasn't.
Who knows if you would only focus on that and quit that. But I just.
No, I have
Stop
concerns. I have
thinking-
legitimate concerns.
Well, this
for
is
all
the
my
thing
kids.
too, like hopefully if we do like in-home services, sometimes we'll talk to the judge and you can tell him all the stuff that you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. And I have concerns. Just
You
not.
can definitely talk to him about that and just say the things that you said and that at least speak to somebody that's like judicial and not just like us, somebody that's actually gonna give you like, you could say like
Advice,
this
like
is
we
can
can
get
yeah,
in there.
you'll be
That's
able
the
to-
legal.
yeah,
So
you'll
what-
be able to have an attorney and things like that when we do
So this is like probation.
not probation. This is
So
a
like
safety plan.
probation for parents.
This is a
It's
safety plan
getting you
for
to-
tonight, so that we can go away and we can say, you're taking care of Aaliyah and she's fine. That's what this is for.
And then-
But
And
we
you'll
are
be there,
recommending,
and I'm
court services, which is like stating that like you get to talk to the judge and what we'll do is recommend like if you need, you'll have a worker that is assigned to you and the worker
I
will
got
get
signed
you
earlier.
like help you with your other kids.
she'll
Maybe
stay
you'll
with
get
you?
to have visits at that point when you
Mhm.
have
Yeah,
a worker involved. And
At
you-
their house, not at
Yeah,
their grandma's.
exactly. You get to have
She
like
has
there's
been.
if you want to see your other kids, that's stuff that we can help you kind of facilitate as well. Okay. It's like it's like a kind of like giving you services that you need, but this is just stating that tonight this is what's gonna happen and we see Aaliyah's fine.
Okay.
No.
Okay, do you mind if I take a picture of this?
No, yeah, we
Yeah,
would have
go
sent you a picture anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then after I meet with DHHS, and if I'm still compliant with my probation, and
Yeah, you're fine with that.
will they be able to
She's been
close
doing
this
really
case?
good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
sure.
no-
I just worry it might interfere with my
It's
other
not-
kids because they'll be like, oh, you have DCFS. Like,
It's
what
gonna
did
be
you
good
do?
because you know what? Then you'll get to see the
Right.
other kids maybe. Like,
More.
yeah.
The thing that makes me upset, and I can honestly say this, but like they use excuses as to why I can't see them, so I'm scared that like they'll see DCFS as like,
They can talk to
you have
us.
DCFS case. Like, just don't tell them I have a
No,
DCFS
I
case.
think
They'll
they
talk-
know
I
that
think that's good.
Yeah,
they have to.
you have someone monitoring, then they won't have as many concerns.
Yeah.
It's more people on
Maybe
your
just tell them
side,
that
Shannon.
she has concerns
Oh.
about you, like
I thought-
instead of she has an open case.
No, I hear you.
They make any kind of excuse not. Like for me not to see my kids, any excuse,
No.
even me being worried about them is an excuse for me not to see them. So
Yeah.
that might come off as like, oh, Shannon's relapsing. See?
No,
This
we
is
can
why.
vouch for
We're not
that.
worried about your relapsing.
It's
Your word
your-
probation officer would
You're
tell
so worried. You are.
Oh, gosh,
I,
it's in my house, it's
I
like
know,
a,
you need to
I
talk to
can't
call
have you
Landon
being
tomorrow.
this into
All right, thank
all
you.
the time.
Okay.
All right.
Ah.
Okay. Good.
Thank
Call
you.
me if you need
Yeah,
me.
okay, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
oh, wait. Did they need me to sign that?
They said you can sign it, like,
Wait.
they have a picture.
Hey, I forgot to ask you, ma'am.
You're like Columbo. Well, one more thing. Please.